Good morning. Let's grab a bucket and go to the garden. I'm feeling like some fried squash today. Early mornings are my most favorite time of day. It's usually cooler, the birds are singing, the roosters are crowing, the sprinkler is usually running, and in the distance I can hear a train crossing through the community. We should have a few squash this morning, but not many. The plants are young and should be producing well at this point, but they haven't had any rain in the last 2 weeks to speak of. I'm running some water on them, but it's not quite the same as getting rain. We get afternoon clouds that appear to be a rain shower, but as soon as they form, they skirt around us and no rain. I joke that the clouds are just teasing the garden. But hey, that's okay. It's producing, and I'm able to get a few things in the freezer and have plenty to eat fresh. What more can I ask for? These are my Kentucky Wonder pole beans, and this is the first time I've ever tried to grow them. And it seems like it's taken forever for them to start putting on beans. If y'all have grown Kentucky Wonder pole beans, especially in Zone 8B, leave me a comment and let me know if we're right on time or if something's wrong. We are also getting pretty tomatoes this year, and they're making fine tomato sandwiches. Now let's take these inside, clean them up, and fry a few for our supper. When the squash first start coming in for the season, I want to taste the full flavor of the squash. So I either usually do a simple stewed squash or a lightly breaded fried squash. After I've cleaned them good, I trim off the ends and then I start slicing them up, probably about a 1/4 inch thick. You can see on this one, I'm going to slice it in small discs. I like to do it both ways, disc and long slices. This is my preferred way. Then to make my breading, I added 3/4 cup cornmeal mix, a 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, salt and pepper to taste, 2 teaspoons of garlic and 2 teaspoons of onion powders. Put that in a bag, and I'm just gonna put my dry squash right in this dry flour mixture, and that'll be my first cooking. On my second cooking, I'm going to wet the squash with just a little bit of buttermilk, just enough to put moisture on them that'll make the breading stick a little bit more. These will be a little crunchier than my first batch. You can see I cheated. I pulled out my little Fry Daddy so that I didn't mess up my stove or have my whole stove to clean up afterwards. So I added oil to the fill line and I started testing my first batch. And you see it's not quite ready yet. I want it to boil a little harder than that, or fry a little harder than that. I'll turn it up some. Now it's ready. It'll only take these 2 or 3 minutes if you slice them thin like I mentioned before, and they'll be ready. Oh my, these look tasty. And look at them paired with these fresh veggies. Every bit of this platter came from the garden this morning. I did make me a small bowl of ranch dip for the cucumbers, so I am ready to take a bite. Look at this one. This is the first batch, which only has the dry dredge on it. As you can see, it's more pliable and limber, so the full squash flavor comes through on these. The dredge does not tone it down or take it away. The second batch had the buttermilk splashed on it before I dredged it. So it has a heavier coating on it. See how stiff this is as I dip it into the ranch? And you can hear how crunchy it is. Now, wasn't that simple? Another day of growing our own food. I'm a blessed girl. Leave me a comment if you love to garden. Tell me how you enjoy your summer squash. I'll be looking for new ideas as the season progresses. So until next video, I'll talk to y'all later.